Hello folks, during the number of hours around the 14th of January 2025, Cecil put out what seems to be two live streams. One which seems to have disappeared. Whether it's in this other live stream, I don't know, but the information that I got from one of my subscribers, and I'll leave a link either in the description or at the end of the video. It came from Live Your Dream Media. This video, the backstory to it is Cecil pressed live on his phone. He's not using his camera. He's facing the phone somewhere in the dashboard of his car. He presses live just before he picks up the kids from school. Now, what I'm gathering from this is he does this live stream while bringing the kids home, and then goes to work, and that's where the 1.5 or 1 hour 1 hour and 15 minutes of a live stream happens after that. This is before that. So yeah, this is another one of those uncomfortable videos where Cecil has, let the kids into the car. By the way, I'm live streaming. I'm going to ask you questions, not particularly saying that, but he's going to ask a number of questions. He's using the kids to fight his battles for him, basically. It's not very good, So let's get into it. Now, the video that I'm using today from Live Your Dream Media, I'll leave a link to the live stream itself without any commentation. So, you may have to boost the audio a little bit, but yeah, it's all there.
Now, the girls are getting in the car. We're going to talk to them a little bit.
Yeah, we're going to talk to the kids. The kids are not aware at this point that they're going to get into this conversation that's going to be on a public platform like YouTube.
Here, let me pull away a little bit. There you go. Hey girls, I'm live streaming right now.
Why?
Because I'm sick of these people. I'm breaking it all down. Everything they're saying. Oh, your kids got taken away because you threw them to the wolves. They were living in a meth house. And I could have swore I'm the one that called social services saying my son was being neglected, that I'll take him.
Here's the thing. When you are online as an adult, as a parent, you keep kids out of your stuff. If you get into some sort of altercation or some sort of argument, it's got nothing to do with your kids. So, you protect them from things like that. So you leave the kids out of that conversation. But over the years, Cecil has brought his daughter into the situation because at some points along the way, Cecil can't fight his own battles. So he uses the daughter as a shield, his partner as a shield, etc.
And I'll take his brother. So what are they talking about? It's just I was battling Percocet addiction at the time. Me and Hetty both went into recovery. So the reason why I want you guys to be involved in this live stream is because they said that you guys are scared of me. You guys look scared you look scared on the videos.
Right, let me explain that. Previous to this, Cecil put a camera in both of their faces as they came into the house. The two of them walked into the bedroom. Cecil followed them in with a camera. And there's one scene in that video where the daughter's friend nervously waves like that, and you can see the eye contact where she looks terrified. That's, you know what I mean? The last thing you expect is when you come home and come into your house to have a camera put in your face for online consumption. It's not good. And the reason why he's done that is because Cecil lately has been very, very nervous about the online criticism he's been getting. And he can't handle it. He quite clearly can't handle it.
Like they look like you guys look like you're terrified of me.
We're just the type.
They were. Sorry, I stopped in they stopped at the point where Sandra was about to say something here.
Like they look like you guys look like you're terrified of me.
We're just the type of people who don't like being on camera.
She says that a number of times. They're the type of people that don't like being on camera. Yet Cecil knows this. He's known this for a number of years. Yet he keeps doing the same thing. Do you know? And in a way, that is a form of abuse. Not respecting, people's privacy. Not respecting the daughter's privacy and not respecting the daughter's friend's privacy. The daughter's friend is a more complicated situation where, if it's the daughter's friend and they're not the legal guardian, filming those children is not a good thing because, children of that age, you should get consent of the guardian in question. Now there's a question around the guardianships of this child, where this child has been staying in the house for some time. But at the same time, both of those girls, their privacy has been invaded. And that is why the community were up in arms and criticising Cecil. And Cecil can't handle it and now is bringing in the children into the argument, which shouldn't happen. Cecil should be fighting his own battles, but we see the line of the history that Cecil uses other people to fight his battles when he can't.
Who are you scared of?
Nobody?
No. Who is threatening to ruin our lives on YouTube? Who are you really scared of?
Them, I guess.
Them, exactly.
You see, the thing is, this line of questioning is completely inappropriate. I don't know why he's doing this, and I don't know the reasoning behind all of this, as if this is going to prove anything, which it doesn't. It only makes the situation worse. And to be honest with you, I feel sorry for those two kids. And you as a community have voiced your opinions as well. And that's why we're in this situation right now where Cecil doesn't know how to handle this. So instead of making things better, he very often makes things worse. Kids should not be involved in their parents' battles. And especially Cecil's battles. Those kids should not know any of the history behind the online conflict that's been happening for something like 10 years now. They should not know the details of that, but yet they do.
Who threatens our livelihood, Xandra and Serenity? Who threatens our livelihood when it comes to CPS, authorities, all this bullshit when it comes to possibly getting y'all taken away?
I can answer that question. The person that is putting the whole family at risk is Cecil. Cecil has constantly doxed his address, doxed his daughter's high school, doxed workplaces, and films his daughter and a friend on security camera without their permission or knowing. And his activities online attract possible threats to the household. So the person that is putting the family at risk is Cecil. We all know this, you know, and it's not about the kids as such. It's the root of the problem is Cecil's behaviour, and Cecil is trying to attack the criticism by doing things worse and making things worse, because this is I don't know why he found this idea to be one of these things to get them out of trouble, and that it's just put him in a worse situation here.
Do you want your family ripped apart, Zandra?
No.
Those kids should not be involved in this conversation. Do you want your kids? Do you want your family ripped apart, Sandra? That is a traumatic conversation to have with a child or a teenager. You know, the thoughts that must be going through their minds, the stress. When they have school to deal with, homework to deal with, you know, the stresses of growing up, the last thing they need is another millstone around their neck, which is their father, who can't behave themselves on social media platforms and platforms like YouTube.
I don't want that either, guys.
Yeah, Serenity says she doesn't want that either. So who do you fear more, me or Master Shredder?
Master Shredder?
The right answer. Because they're put in a position to answer questions. And it's quite obvious if the daughter had any thoughts within herself that, yeah, Dad is a bit of an idiot and he does really stupid shit. Do you think she's going to say that on a public platform? No, she's not. Has Cecil asked permission for this interview to take place? No, he hasn't. He has actually forced these girls to get involved in this interview. And that's where the community has a problem with. This, in a way, is another form of emotional abuse of children. It's straight up. It's. You notice that I'm not taking the piss right now. I'm being myself. I'm being, you know, honest. I'm not taking the piss in that. This is a very serious situation, you know, and you know, to use your kids in that way is disgusting, and it is quite apparent over the last 12 to 24 hours how much the community feels about that, because I've been bombarded with comments. The comment sections have been blowing up. You have been voicing your opinion on all of what's happening over the last 24 hours. You know?
Why would I fear my own dad?
Right. Do you ever get whooped? And I want you to be 100% honest. Is there any type of abuse that goes on in the house?
No.
You don't?
Do you think that she was going to say yes on a public platform? I don't think so. It's kind of like emotional blackmail in a way.
Get yelled at or abused or nothing. What do you get? Allowance.
Mm-hmm.
What is your favorite place? What is your favorite thing to do?
Go to Kings Island.
Who provides that for you?
You see, Cecil, you got to remember, I've said this before, Cecil always make things out about him. You know, it has to be about Cecil. It's a kind of a narcissistic trait. And this is what I'm seeing in this. He basically is trying to craft this conversation into the kids saying that Cecil is a fantastic person. That's the goal of all of this. And he does this all the time. He pats himself on the back all the time. He praises himself all the time. You know, the saying says, you know, self-praise is no praise. You know.
Mom takes me, but Dad gives the money.
There you go. So, me, you, and Serenity do a lot of stuff together, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
We go out to eat. I mean, I ain't got time now. I can only drop you off and go straight to work. But, we do all kinds of things together. Like, and we joke around, and like, Xandra acts like she's gonna hit me and stuff. Like, she wouldn't do that if I was abusive. She would not even be playing like that with me. I would never play around with my dad and act like I'm gonna hit him, and he never whooped me.
Right, see, this is an attempt to make Cecil out to be a good person and stuff like that. But that doesn't work. When you pick up your kids from school and say, by the way, I'm doing a live stream, you got no other choice in the matter. That doesn't work. That makes things worse. That's emotional abuse, which Cecil doesn't seem to understand.
But yeah, they said y'all are scared. Y'all look like you're abused. No, you want to know? I'm going to let Xandra tell you guys why she doesn't really usually like me to film her.
Does she have a choice in answering the question or not? No, she hasn't. She's got no choice but to answer the question. And that's not abuse? I don't think so.
And the girls and stuff.
I don't like anyone filming me.
But what is your main reason why you don't like to be on my YouTube channel?
You go on Cecil's YouTube channel, you're going on a channel, need I say more? His channel was supposed to be about the paranormal, was supposed to be about making music and stuff like that. It's a channel for Cecil to spread his propaganda and fight his case of his childhood scandal, which he's handled extremely badly.
Because of all this stuff, like all the hating stuff.
All the hate, exactly.
And where did that hate come from? Cecil. Because Cecil can't help but abuse people. This other live stream that happened, as far as I know, happened possibly after this, when he was on the way to work, is an example of that. I'll get into that later, which I'm very angry that I have to do that because I want to go ghost hunting tonight. But in that live stream, Cecil accused everybody of being horrible people in a way that, should not be allowed on this platform. He's broken TOS, basically. He's got 1 hour to retract that live stream, as far as I'm concerned, because he he mocked a disabled person, which is me. As well as that, he has attacked all his criticisers by saying that they look like cheese pizzas, if you know what I'm saying here. You know, and then he thinks that is going to help him. It's actually made things worse for him. He doesn't seem to realise that every time he opens his mouth, he makes things worse for himself. Let's move on.
Who is the biggest culprit of all that hate?
Cecil.
Isn't it Master Shredder?
Yeah.
Oh, God. She shouldn't even know who Master Shredder is. Genie Mac. No, that is actually wrong. Cecil is the instigator of all of this. He proves that in the 1 hour and 13 or 14 minutes of a live stream that he done on the way to work, where he vilely attacked me, he vilely attacked Master Shredder, RV, Random News, put a label of cheese pizza on the whole lot of us. And he wants us to go away. He wants us to get scared and go away. No, we're going to double down. Cecil has 1 hour to withdraw that live stream. You know, that's probably not going to happen, so, you know, things are about to get worse for him.
Master Shredder is the one that Xandra fears. She fears that you guys are going to rip her family apart because of these nightmares that you guys are having in your fucked up brains, accusing me of being a chomo and peeking in on my kids and all this other stupid shit.
Right, for people that are not aware, Cecil, a number of years ago, made a video, and he was kind of forced into doing that because a rap group or a rapper threatened to out him for child abuse, let's just say. And he decided he's going to get in there first, so he spills the beans. He thought that the community were going to rally around him and say, "Oh, poor Cecil, you're in a horrible situation," and, you know, he basically blamed the victims too. He spent a large amount of time after that making other videos backing up this video, which he was getting criticism for, and the more he made videos, the more criticised he got. When it didn't work, he decided to turn it around and blame the criticisers and accusing them of editing the videos. So the videos disappeared off his channel, and then he accused people of editing the videos, saying things that he didn't say. Now, over the last couple of years, we proved that that was not the case. But every so often, he adds another excuse that contradicts previous excuses. The latest excuse was he was an underage boy and he was stoned and drunk. That doesn't work. That doesn't work when you add these other excuses, which he tends to forget about when he makes up a new excuse. But if you put them all together, it doesn't make any sense.
Girls think that's funny. I don't come out of my room, dude. I don't come out of my room unless my kids need something. And if Xandra needs something, what do?
I just go in your room,
Yeah, you go in our room or you do what?
call you.
Exactly. Is there any cameras in your room?
No.
No, not at all. I got one camera hooked up right now.
It's a bit late talking about cameras now, when he was caught spying on his daughter's friend in the kitchen. The camera was hid behind a flower pot and all this kind of stuff. You see, he got criticised for it, and then he moved things. It's just, you know, it was all documented on Random News' videos. You know, so feel free to go over there and you know, I actually was featured on one or two of the videos for my commentary on those things. But yeah, he tends to sweep things under the carpet and then try to explain it away, which doesn't work. He does things too little, too late.
Because we lack extension cords right now. Like, you guys are mental. Y'all are messing with a good family, trying to rip a good family apart. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Because of my childhood, because what you want to believe happened when I was a kid.
You see, the thing is, there's no doubt that Cecil had a rough childhood. I don't dispute any of that. You know, but, you know, he did admit to doing things that are pretty bad to young kids. And, you know, it comes to a part of your life where you have to take responsibility for some of the things that you've done. But instead of doing that, he passes the blame on to other people. In everything he seems to do, it's always somebody else's fault. And that's another reason why the community don't like him at all. And that is one of the reasons why the only people that are actually, watching his videos or giving him any bit of attention is the community over here, which is myself and my viewers and those viewers that have other channels. That's the only people that actually pay him any sort of attention at all. He had a supporter called Queen Tasty. I don't think she's around anymore. She doesn't seem to be backing him up. There was times there where she says, we need to stop talking about this, let's move on and stuff like that. But he never does. So, if she's moved on, it's a good thing,
And you're fucking harassing the girls, the other girls. Xandra, they literally said, "Hey Cecil, this is between me and you. You need to quit dragging the kids into your mess."
That's exactly what we're saying. Kids should not be involved in any of this. Our battles is our battles, our struggles is our struggles, and all of this online beef is caused by Cecil himself, but he has to blame other people. But when he can't handle things, he uses other people. And the reason why he's using these children is to get himself out of a spot. He has no regard for their well-being. They should not be involved in any of this.
Oh, I need to quit dragging the kids into it? But who's the one saying they're calling CPS and calling your school? Isn't that a form of them dragging you into it?
Mm-hmm.
No. See, the problem is Cecil. Cecil's the cause of this. This is why CPS keeps getting called. Is not Xandra, is not them having the kids having a lack of food or lack of schooling or anything like that. It's Cecil's behaviour and the behaviour that he shows on platforms like YouTube. His YouTube behaviour, and his YouTube channel is the whole reason why this is all happening. Now, it's not even a channel that's worth saving. It's got just over 2,000 subscribers. It's demonetized for some reason. And it's not growing because Cecil blocks engagement because he's a coward and he doesn't like to have to explain himself to people. He doesn't take accountability, and the reason, and because he doesn't take accountability, he blocks critical comments and stuff like that. I've been blocked about 4 or 5 times at this point, and it's the same story for all these other people that are in the community. Because Cecil can't take responsibility for his own actions. He has to blame somebody else. He has to drag his kids into it. Look what you're doing to my kids and blah, blah, blah. Trying to put this guilt trip on us. It doesn't work.
My daughter's literally sitting here grinning. I know y'all can't see nothing. She thinks it's hilarious what you guys think and say, dude. It's sad. You got a key, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm probably going to be stuck at this light for about 10 more minutes. This light is so dumb. We couldn't get around because the cops had somebody pulled over searching their car. But I pretty much said all I need to say. Oh, you claim you're a good dad, but you threw your kids to the wolves. You literally let Cecil Jr. Live inside of a meth home. Like, first of all, it was the bed bugs and the lack of shower that I seen, the lack of water that I seen that I didn't think was okay. The love was there. The warm house was there, but the food was there because of the food stamps. But the cleanliness was not there, and the bed bugs were there. My son's face was filthy. He was dirty all the time.
Right, we've changed subject for some reason. He says all he needs to say in that. We're only 5 minutes into a 14-minute video, so we've not finished. what kind of narrative is he trying to turn here? What he's trying to do is he's throwing his ex-partner under the bus, and he's going to twist this around to make himself out to be a good person here. It's the usual things that he does.
Like, I called CPS because it doesn't matter that this is my kid. Jacqueline was so controlling over my me getting to see my son that she would never let me take him anywhere. And the reason why is because she knew she was breaking the law.
See, let's throw our ex-partners under the bus to make ourselves look good. That's what's happening here.
She knew she was breaking the law. She was already warned by CPS prior to me calling that she was supposed to find a place. They literally gave her time to find a place to take the boys outside of Winel's Mountain.
What's this got to do with anything? It's trying to make. He's trying to make out that he's a good parent. That's what he's trying to do. So he's digging deep here. It's got nothing to do with any of this, but you know, let's throw it in there to make myself look good.
But you know what? It doesn't matter that I'm doing this video. Y'all ain't going to stop. It's a big joke to you guys. Look how long this light's taking. It's just a big fucking joke to you guys. You don't care. This is what you enjoy to do. And y'all don't care about my daughter or her friend, Serenity, because you'll harass the hell out of them as long as you know that they're my kids.
Who mentioned anything about harassing kids? Do you know? This is Cecil reaching deep on this one. We said over and over that his kids should not be involved in this, and here's Cecil getting his kids involved in the situation. And he knows that we fucking criticised him because he criticised me for not showing my face on camera. Yesterday, I wasn't in the mood to go on camera. I done 2 videos where my face wasn't on it. All the other videos, or most of them, I've been on camera.
That you're going to harass them. Period. I think I'm going to go right and try to find another way home. I can't do this. But it's sickening. Xandra, is there anything, Serenity, is there anything you guys would like to say to Shredder and them and their threats and what they're doing to us?
It's all bullshit.
Yeah.
Speak up.
It's all bullshit.
You see there with the tone of voice, speak up. Even the tone of voice is, you know, very compelling in this situation. Speak up. Let's make me look good. This is a form of abuse. This is a form of emotional abuse. And Cecil doesn't seem to realise that. And it is going to bite him in the ass. This is, you know, this is not the first time this has happened. And I don't understand how he hasn't learned from previous mistakes not to get his kids involved in this YouTube drama. It's just, it's... That tone of voice really got to me there. Speak up. She has a right not to speak on camera. She has a right not to get involved in this situation publicly, yet she is forced into a public statement which she doesn't have, she shouldn't be involved in. This is Cecil's battle. Cecil should be fighting his own battles. He's not very good at it, but that's not his daughter's fault, it's not his daughter's friend's fault, and it's certainly not our fault.
What do you want them to do?
To just stop.
Is there anything you'd like to say to them? Before you say anything, I'm going to say this. Do you need to scream for help? Do you need anybody to help you? Or
This is fucking reaching, and this is, you know, it's quite clear that this is emotional abuse. This is emotional blackmail. It's emotional abuse. He needs to stop this shit, and this is not going to go down well with his criticizers. It's, you know, and rightly so. I mean, like, normal thinking people wouldn't bring their kids into this situation. Yet he does it every time because he's stuck. He doesn't know what to do. So because he can't fight his own battles, he's getting these kids to do it for him, and he is actually just fucking pushing them for statements. He's moulding the conversation. He's forcing this conversation, which I find pretty alarming. This is not a conversation that they were expecting when they were being picked up from school in Cecil's car. They weren't expecting the second they got into that car that they were going to be recorded for public consumption, their statements and that. So what Cecil is doing right now is moulding the conversation and hoping that they will say the right things. The girls are most likely nervous that they're going to say the wrong thing. So Cecil decides to give them a bit of a helping hand and mould the conversation. This is not good.
Are you trapped in
No.
somewhere where you don't want to be?
No.
How do you expect her to answer that question?
No.
Where would you want to live outside of your dad's house?
Nowhere else.
Kings Island.
Yeah.
You guys are fucking up, trying to fuck up a good family. It's sickening. It's sad. Everybody has a past. Everybody has skeletons in their closet. Everybody in life has done things that they regret. You can harass me all you want. You can threaten me with jail time all you want. At the end of the day, it was fucking 1994. I was an underage boy. And regardless, because you're always going to think I'm guilty no matter what. So I can't sit here and say, oh, this didn't happen, that didn't happen. It doesn't matter. You're hard-headed. You're not going to listen. You're going to believe whatever the fuck you want to believe.
Here's the thing. This has come from a person that admitted what he'd done, and then he retracted that. And in that retraction, he blamed the community. He accused the community of a fraudulent act in altering videos, which didn't happen. We've known that over the years. But he wants all of this to go away, yet he has blamed the community for altering videos, which we didn't do. And, you know, we got an issue with that. You know, and in order to move forward, Cecil has to make peace with his criticisers, but he can't do that. So he decides he's going to just keep attacking. He's doing the same thing over and over again. He's added a little bit of a twist here because he's got no support. He thought he would get his supporters to attack him. He was encouraging his supporters at the time, Queen Tasty and another person, to flag people's videos and attack other people. The reason he done that was because if he attacks or flags people's videos, his channel would be in trouble for false flagging. So what better way to do it is to get his supporters to do the dirty work for him, and they'd take the hit, which would protect him. Cecil doesn't have friends because he can't respect friends. These people were a friend to him in some way, but he didn't consider them as friends. All he wanted to do was use them. That's all he done. That's what he done to Queen Tasty and this other person.
I can't convince idiots to not be idiots, so you're going to believe what you want. So nothing that I'll ever say that's ever going to convince you, because you already got your mind made up that I'm this predator. You know, you think that I target children or I'm danger around children. Like, but at the end of the day, I do want to say this: everybody does make mistakes, and all people do things that they're not proud of when they're kids.
that was an admission of guilt, actually. In a indirect way. Yeah. Why would he feel the need to say that if the video was altered and he was innocent and he didn't do anything? It was the so-called victims that done things to him. Why would he feel the need to say that? Very interesting.
And not everybody had mommy and daddy growing up and taught the right way and know the right way in life to get through life in a smart, safe way and all that stuff. Like, I'm literally driving past a store that used to be called Eastern Corner Store that I used to buy cigarettes at an underage. My mom would send me to the store. My aunt owns it now. My dad's sister owns this now. That was, what's it called? I forgot the name of it. It was something corner. Get out of the street, idiot.
Road rage. Not surprising.
Golly.
Do you notice when Cecil attacks people, he always has to resort to some sort of name calling. So not only does he do it online, he does it on his everyday life too. So we don't know what happens after the camera's turned off. We never do. But we get hints of it.
But just driving through here brings back so many memories of running away. I was an underage alcoholic who smoked pot, who lived in my friend's couch, and mom chasing me down, but getting beat by her and her boyfriend, drunken, molesting boyfriend.
Yeah, I realised that, the growing up, it was a difficult time. I don't, I'm not a medical professional, but I don't think Cecil is an alcoholic. Sometimes, when teenagers are not being parented right, etc., they'll do things that adults do, that they shouldn't be doing, and very often it's smoking weed or drinking alcohol. Now, he may have drank a lot of alcohol when he was a kid or whatever. That doesn't make him out to be an alcoholic in any way. Because we never see him abuse alcohol, or there was never a hint of that over the years with videos and that. I could be wrong though, but maybe he's trying to make his childhood worse than it actually is, to justify him, to make it justifiable that these things happened or whatever. Could he be exaggerating his childhood? He possibly could be. He exaggerates everything else.
Like, I had a rough life, and I've made some mistakes in life, but being a chomo is not. It's not true.
But you see, the thing is, he's already admitted to it. He admitted it to me a couple of years ago and then deleted the video. I thought that was the end of the story. I advised him to make a video or issue a statement and just then move on with your life. And then he thought about it. He thought about what he said. He go, oh fuck, I'm not doing that. Blocks me, deletes the video.
And Hetty's brother and sister's kids are not kept away from me.
Oh God, here we are. This is the excuses. This is the proof that he didn't do these things. It never works. He's tried it over and over again. It still doesn't work. And we see it as reaching. And he's reaching hard right now.
They're just private people. Like, oh my God, you guys are idiots. Like, a lot of the holidays, my daughter and my wife and I, we go to Hetty's family. and we go to like holiday events and stuff, and the kids are always there, and it's like, you guys are literally harassing and doxing Hetty's brothers and sisters. Don't you know everybody knows about you guys? All of Hetty's family knows about you guys.
We don't know that, but that doesn't help your argument at all. Do you know, if Hetty's family had any sense, they would be saying, you know, Cecil needs to stop this shit. Because he doesn't help himself, he doesn't help his family. He actually puts his family at risk by doxing them all the time. You know, and all this doxing stuff, he's actually blamed us. It was all Cecil that doxed himself. Oh, that information shouldn't be public and that. Who made it public? Cecil. Yet he blames us.
They know about my trolls. They know about all of it. It's a part of my life now. Like, Cecil and 10 years of doxing. Everybody knows that I'm being harassed. What, you think they actually support it? No, they feel bad for me.
10 years of doxing. Guess who done the doxing? Cecil. Doxed himself. He puts his family, his own family at risk. He's lost possibly more than one job because of his online behaviour. How did people find out where he worked? Well, he fucking put that information out there himself. How else would we have got, you know, would people have got that kind of information? Because he put the information out there in bits and pieces. People aren't stupid.
They feel bad for me. Hetty's brothers and sisters care about me. I mean, her youngest brother, Max, is a jerk a lot of the times, but when he's drunk, at least the truth comes out, and he actually acts like he likes me.
I think to have conversations with Cecil, you would have to be drunk. Because even this 15 minutes of the video, listening to Cecil ramble and fucking talk absolute crap is difficult for me at this point. Imagine having to listen to this guy for fucking a half an hour. Do you know? And the family conversations is probably going to be about Cecil's YouTube channels and Master Shredder and trolls and all this crap, and they're going, fuck, why do we have to listen to this shit?
You can go this way right here. The cops is literally blocking people from taking their kids home from school.
The cops are doing their job. Fuck's sake. The cops aren't purposely blocking people from bringing their kids home from school. What kind of a statement is that? That's an example of Cecil's stupidity. God, he's got no respect for anybody. None at all. God.
But yeah, is there anything you girls would like to say on behalf of me feeling like I gotta address these people all the time, or what they're doing to you guys? Did anybody talk to y'all at school?
No.
The kids are just, at this point, want to get out of the car. God knows what kind of a conversation they had when they got out of the car. Fucking hell. This isn't right.
At all?
No.
No CPS?
Nope.
No lady named Sandy from CPS come?
No.
Do you know, this puts unnecessary stress on those kids. Those kids are going to school, possibly worrying that people are going to be calling them into the office to question them about Cecil's behaviour. Whose fault is that? It's certainly not Master Shredder, it's certainly not his critics. It's Cecil and his channel and his behaviour on that channel. If it wasn't for Cecil and his channel and his propaganda on his channel, he wouldn't be in the position that he's putting these kids in right now. all the things that are happening and all the worries that are happening to these kids are all Cecil's doing. Make no mistake about that.
Look, everybody's blocking fucking traffic. Everywhere we go, we can't even get home. It's weird. God damn. It's too cold out here, man. This car don't have heat. Everybody.
This car doesn't have heat. You see, that's Cecil's mechanical skills. The rattling noises, there's possibly a blocked thermostat or something. Oh God, this car does not have heat. Oh my God. And his wife's car, the alternator, we all know what happened there. My car, the alternator, broke the same day. I had it back the next morning with a replacement alternator. The car was delivered to my house. Yet Cecil blamed the parts supplier. You know, I went into that saga myself, you know, and yeah, I'm sure AutoZone is very happy with Cecil right now.
Guys blocking us and shit. I gotta get to work and shit. I can only drop you guys off and y'all go. Your mom's there.
Okay.
Your mom's gotta go to work too, but the babysitter is gonna be there in a minute, so.
Tone of voice, another lie. You see, we know Cecil so much now, we just know when he's lying. The tone of the voice changes. You know, he lowers the tone and he talks quickly. That was a lie. They don't have a babysitter. Stop.
Okay.
Although you are old enough to watch yourself.
When he says the babysitter will be along in a minute, what do you call it? He give the old wink and they laughed. We're not stupid. See, Cecil thinks that everybody around him is more stupid than he is. And that's where Cecil's problem is. Thank God we're nearly finished this.
4 more years, you're both to be grown. Hetty. Sandra will be 18 in 4 years.
3 years.
3 years.
Good for her, and I hope she gets the fuck out of that house. And away from you.
2 years from now, Hetty, Sandra will have a car. She will be driving and working.
1 year.
Oh, 1 year? Sorry.
And Cecil will be the mechanic, and probably put her at risk too, with his flipping lack of knowledge in the line of mechanics.
I'm already old enough to work.
There you go.
Well,
So,
they're gonna twist their words saying that you're gonna be next.
but Sandra, you're gonna say what? They're gonna say what, Serenity?
They're probably gonna twist your words and say that you think they're your daughter's age.
They do. They say all kinds of shit. Even shit that you would think that only an idiot would think of. I think it up all the time, and they actually do it. They actually say it. I'll be like, oh shit, why'd I film this? Because they're gonna say this corny ass thing, and next thing you know, it's exactly what they say. Like when I said Serenity, we provide a place for her to bathe, shower, bathe, eat, and have shelter, and blah blah blah. They literally, I knew they were gonna take that and say, oh, you bathe her? So,
The question I'd love to know is why is this live stream? Why did this live stream disappear? If he was the righteous one, he was the one making valid points. He was the one that was doing the right thing by bringing the kids into the car and straight away fucking recording them. Why is how come he you know, he keeps portraying himself as the righteous one and then just fucking deletes the video and says nothing about it and not take any responsibility, sweep it under the carpet and move on. you know, if you fuck up, it's not a weakness to put your hand up and say, listen, I deleted the video because I didn't feel it was right, and I just. But the thing is, Cecil sometimes deletes videos because he says too much, and he wants to hide it. Now, I deleted a video recently. The reason I deleted the video is because I was very angry at recent goings on with Cecil, and I didn't feel I was in control of my emotions at that particular period of time. That's the reason why one of my videos have been unlisted. It's still there, but it's unlisted. Let's just say, you know, what I needed to do was to look at the video, calm down a bit, and then approach it with less anger involved. But anger had taken over. That's why I deleted the video. Not hiding. It's not. There's nothing I said that was controversial, or I wasn't trying to hide anything. I just, what I normally would do is look at a video, maybe look at it twice, get angry, be disgusted, be and then just process it for a while, take a little bit of time, and then approach it in a more sort of rational sort of way. Not that I was irrational or anything like that. I just thought I should have approached it in that sort of way, and I didn't at that particular time.
But now I scrub your back and stuff, I guess, according to them.
Yeah, I mean, like that statement. We provide housing, we provide a bed, bedding, and all that kind of stuff. I'm not that dumb. I know that it was a miswording in that, and some people are going to twist it in some sort of way. I'm not that dumb. I know that sometimes Cecil says stupid shit that it wasn't supposed to be portrayed in that kind of way. He's not very good at explaining himself, let's just say. Thank God this is nearly finished.
I love you, girls.
Love you too.
Love you.
Y'all have a good day.
You
Bye.
Bye,
too.
babes.
Bye.
Thank you all for being a part of the show.
That is basically it. In conclusion to all of this, what I think is the reaction to this particular video is Cecil again using his kids to fight his battles for him and get them involved in something that is Cecil's problem. It's Cecil's doing, it's Cecil's problem to fix. His kids should not know about any of this situation. And the sad part of this is kids nowadays, you know, a long time ago when we were kids, you know, we took a couple of planks of wood and we nailed them together and put pram wheels on it, and we had races down hills and that. Kids are different now. Kids are more technology advanced. And they're going, at some of those kids in their class and in their school are going to find Xandra's father's YouTube channel. That is going to affect those two girls in school. It's a subject that could have them bullied. Are they bullied at school? Possibly, possibly not. If it is, they're trying to hide it and that. But they, you know, Cecil's channel is affecting their everyday life. But for them to be forced into a situation to make comments to fight their father's battles is despicable. It's not something a parent should do. Parents should protect their kids at all costs from situations like this. You know, my parents, you know, they had to deal with finances, they had to deal with bits and pieces of you know, business costs and you know, things. And over the years, all parents have some sort of stress in the line of finances or other things in relation to the running of a household. Did we get to know about these things? No, we didn't, because they want to protect us from the stress that they're having at that particular time. It has got nothing to do with us. Yes, it has got something to do with us, but we can't, as children, help in that situation. So very often we are protected from the stressful situations that parents get themselves into or have to deal with, you know, while their children is growing up. Children don't get to know about financial difficulties or business runnings or business dramas or business things going wrong or household things going wrong. They don't get to know about these things because parents, in general, want to protect the kids from that because they have enough on their plate as it is with their schooling, growing up, trying to find an identity in the world and stuff like that. These kids should not know about these situations that Cecil manufactures himself. He's the creator of his own problems. It's not his kid's job to help him in that situation. He should be fighting his own battles, and the very fact that he's using these kids to fight his battles shows how much of a coward he is. And I'm sure everybody would agree with me in that. It's very, very strange that, you know, myself and people like Master Shredder, Random News possibly, don't get criticism for what we say when it comes to Cecil's situations. You know, we've you know, we put our feet into a drama space on this platform, which very often puts us in a position of criticism, and we don't get criticised for our thoughts on Cecil's situations. And it's very compelling because in a lot of situations when you're dealing with people like this, you are going to have people attacking you. And I don't get, you know, people in general aren't attacking us for our takes on what Cecil does on his channel. It's you know, and it says a lot in itself. But you know, I feel sorry for the kids. I feel sorry for that you know, I feel sorry for both of those kids, and they should not be involved in this situation at all. And the reason why they're being involved in that situation is Cecil is unable to fight his own battles, and he is, you know, he's blinded to the harm that he is doing in discussing these matters with these kids. He's blinded because at the end of the day he's using them to fight his battles because he can't do it himself. There's no regard for their safety. There's no regard for their emotional, you know, safety emotionally. There's no regard for that because at the end of the day, Cecil has a track record of using people to suit himself. I'm going to finish now, but I'm not finished because I've got a 1 hour or 14-minute video to go through, and it's pretty tough. And I reckon it happened around a similar time period to this particular video. Now I could be wrong. It's and it's very, very interesting that this video seemed to have disappeared. I can't find it anywhere, let's just say. But I'll leave a link at the end of the video. If I can't get it into the end of the video, I'll put it in the description. It's Live Your Dream Media. So thanks for watching. Hope you have a good day, a better day than Cecil, and sometimes this evening I'm going to put out this other video. I'm not looking forward to it because the sun is out. I want to get out to try and fit this in some way. But anyway, talk to you again soon. Thanks everyone for the support. Thanks everyone for their comments. I may sometimes not reply to every comment, but when I put a heart and I press a like on it, I have read your comment. You know, it's just amazing this small channel gets so many comments. People want to put their feedback into it and that, you know, and it's very much appreciated, you know. So I'm going to go and I'll talk to you again very soon.